Hey everyone, welcome back to Sonic Poison TV. Today we're looking at Malignant Worthlessness, the third and latest album by US death metal band Pissgrave. So this came out earlier this year on Profound Law Records, who also released the band's first two albums, Suicide Euphoria and Posthumous Humiliation. Pissgrave have become known for their extremely graphic imagery used for their album covers, and this continues with Malignant Worthlessness. As you can see here, the artwork really does represent the sound of the band quite perfectly. I guess you could almost say that you can judge an album by its cover, because yeah, this is some pretty full-on gross death metal, and yeah, this cover really reflects that. This is the first Pissgrave record I've picked up, so I won't be able to compare this to their first two records, but from what I've been reading, a lot of people online are saying this might be the best of the lot, and I can see why. Malignant Worthlessness is a raw, blistering record that just eats at you while you're listening to it. The production sounds purposely raw, which gives this album a real visceral feeling to it, and also really comes across as somewhat refreshing, particularly when you compare it to the countless death metal albums coming out that sound heavily overproduced and I guess inauthentic. If you know Pissgrave already, you'd be well aware of the vocals and just how unique they sound. I can't think of any other vocalist that sounds even remotely similar to Pissgrave. The vocals are brutal, but not what you would hear in brutal death metal vocals. These aren't gurgling or guttural. I'd say they're more painful, they're tearing, and they're honestly probably not everyone's cup of tea, but they work so well with the sound of this band and really makes it what it is. For the instrumentation, I can definitely hear some Deicide influences, particularly in some of the solos. The solo towards the end of 3 Degrees of Darkness is so evil sounding and really reminds me of some of the stuff you hear in the first Deicide album. And then there's the title track, which sounds like it could have been influenced by Gallery of Suicide era Cannibal Corpse, particularly with some of the riffs. It kind of reminds me of From Skin to Liquid a bit in that regard. But this whole thing really just hits you. It's delivered in a relatively fast pace, 9 songs in about 31 minutes, and it never really slows down or gives you a chance to catch your breath. The album culminates at the end when the music transitions into this huge, deafening wall of sound before abruptly ending. It's kind of a perfect way to end, I think. So I've obviously got the vinyl version of the album here. The sleeve is actually slightly pixelated, which is probably for the best, as I don't think you'd want this one in high resolution, to be honest. It comes with a pretty standard black and white inner sleeve. No lyrics or anything like that, which is a bit of a bummer, and it's also released just on black vinyl. So no fancy colours or anything like that for the pressing. And in addition to the vinyl, this was also released on CD and cassette. I think the vinyl and cassette versions are now sold out, so act quick if you want to get this on CD, as I can't imagine it'll be available for too much longer. So yeah, that's Malignant Worthlessness by Pissgrave. I think this is going to be pretty hard to beat for best death metal album in 2025. Yeah, this thing just absolutely rips, and if you haven't heard it yet, I recommend you go check it out. But yeah, if you have heard it, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.